But Diane didn't know any better, and as she focused more and more inside herself, the feelings of panic and anxiety began to get stronger. The more they came on, the more she focused on them. It wasn't long before she was in a full-scale attack over an incident she had already performed successfully. She had already driven to the hospital safely. She had done it because she wasn't thinking about it. Of course, what she needed to do was give herself credit for getting in the car, driving to the hospital, and riding the elevator to see her son. She could do all of these things successfully. The ability to do these things had never left her. But she gave in to her internal feelings, the ants-like thinking, and she allowed the panic attack to come on instead. Diane didn't realize she was in control. She could have gone either direction, but when she started focusing internally, her fears and anxieties grew, and this allowed the ants to have a field day. Sometimes you think your anxiety is stronger because of all the stress you just endured. But in reality, this is really not what is happening. If your anxiety is on the rise, it's because you're thinking about it, you're ruminating about it, you are expecting something bad to happen, you're thinking it's bound to happen, and you begin to focus on it. By focusing internally on your doubts and fears, you've opened the door, and anxiety can squeeze in and create its horrible feelings. So close that door back up. Notice, anxiety has no power on its own. It's only when you let it in, think about it, dwell on it, analyze it, that it has any life at all. If your thinking patterns focus on other things, external things, anxiety does not and cannot exert any kind of control over you. Ignore it, because all it is a pathological lie. Those feelings and thoughts are liars, and they can never tell you the truth. They want to knock you down and get you thinking about them. They like your attention. They like your fear. They like the fact that you believe their lies. So instead, read over your handouts and open your mind to believing the rational truth that anxiety and the vicious cycle it likes to trap us in is a blustering, bullying liar. It doesn't have any power over us unless we allow it to happen. Ultimately, you have the power. You can refuse to give in. You can refuse to listen to its thoughts. You can do anything you want to do. All that holds you back is your beliefs, those beliefs that anxiety put into you sometime in the past, those beliefs that you have been convinced are true for years and years. But these beliefs are simply not true. They are not based on rational fact. These beliefs are liars. We must stop believing them. Anxiety is a paradox. To get over it, you do the opposite of what you normally would expect to do. So laugh at it. Call its bluff. Begin to realize more fully all the time that its days are numbered. Anxiety is a dead duck. Don't even look back at it. Do not pay it any attention. Stay focused ahead, and the anxiety is dead. So the theme of this handout is to turn your attention to external things as much as possible. If you feel anxiety stirring, take a proactive stance and find something to focus on and do that will engage your mind. Exercise, aerobicize, jog, do calisthenics, swim, use muscle relaxation, pick up that interesting book, sing, call a positive person, and talk about anything except anxiety. Focus externally and do something. Don't allow yourself to become a sitting duck, dumbly reclining on the sofa as the negative weight of your worries and fears consume you. Refuse to go in that direction. Be proactive. Tell the ants you have better things to do, and then go do it. Next, we have a series of statements that are presented in the form of questions, so that your mind will start to question why it is responding in the manner that it currently responds. In other words, these power statements are designed to allow your mind to see things rationally. Read this over with me, and you will understand the importance of these questions. Power statements. Rational questions to ask yourself each day. Why should I let other people's thinking get under my skin? Why should other people's approval matter to me? Why should I be dependent on other people's views of me? Why do other people have any power over me? Now let's zero in and become a little more direct with our questions. Why should my own thoughts hurt me? Why should I let my own thoughts hurt me? Why should I allow my own thoughts to cause me emotional pain? Why should I allow my own thinking to get under my skin? Why do I let other people have any power over me? I need to keep heading in a good, healthy, helpful direction, a healing direction. I am fine and okay in myself. I have this security and confidence inside me. Anxiety thoughts and feelings are ants. Remember, they can never tell you the truth. They want to trap and trick you. So ask yourself these questions every day. Why do we allow other people's opinions to sway us? Why should other people's approval be so important to us? Why should I stew, sweat, and drive myself crazy over what other people think and say? Why should I beat up on myself and dwell in my own old ant's quicksand for hours? I need to rationally ask myself these questions each and every day, so that these questions will bounce into my mind when my thoughts start to go negative on me. I want those why questions to pop into my mind automatically, so that I can catch and then crunch those old automatic negative feelings and thoughts. The more I question my irrational thoughts, the more they will have to go away. This next handout is an important concept we need to learn. It is very paradoxical and counterintuitive, just like the fighting paradox. One of the most profound concepts in psychology is this: when you act or do something, your feelings and emotions will follow along behind. If you wait around to feel good or to feel unanxious, you'll be waiting around forever. Feelings never come before actions. Taking action always begins to create feelings and emotions. For example, if a person is depressed, they must act by doing something. First, get out of bed, do some small job around the house, eat, drive around in the car, or make a telephone call to someone who has a positive outlook. This is just a first step, of course, and must be continued. The same is true for anxiety. Small steps have to be made, that is, acted upon, before your feelings will change. If you make a small step every day by exposing yourself to a small, feared situation, feelings, an okay feeling instead of anxiety, will gradually follow. Anxiety is reduced only after you act. The action must always come before the desired result. That is, you won't feel better until you act first. Actions always must come first. Your feelings are a result of your actions. If your social anxiety makes you avoid things, then take one small step at not avoiding by going someplace new or doing something new, even if it is just for 5 minutes. The more you do this, the more you take little steps, the more your feelings will begin to change, and you will gradually feel less anxious when doing this new activity or going to this new place. But yes, our steps must be slow and systematic. That is, if something is causing you social anxiety, then just going to it is a success. If a meeting causes you anxiety, just going for a few minutes is a good first step. You don't have to stay for the whole thing. Stay as long as you can, but you have the option to leave whenever you wish. You have made great progress just by going to this meeting. You were not doing this last week or last month.